Hey, we are now officially started. My name is Matt Ward. I'm a professional speaker, word of mouth referral consultant, and a vacation rental owner, and as some people like to say, influencer. And this is my partner in crime, Mr. Derek Eaton. Derek, introduce yourself.
Derek Eaton, own and manage Sea Oasis Vacation Rentals, and also you're part of the vacation rental life and living life in Kauai, getting ready to start up a new gig, new venture over here on the Garden Isle of Kauai.
There you go. So we are partners in crime, along with our third partner in crime, Ronnie Bartles of the vacationrentallife.com and the Vacation Rental Life Group. We hope you join us over there on Facebook at the Vacation Rental Life Group. We stand at this meeting every week to try and help vacation rental owners, primarily small to medium-sized vacation rental owners, try and grow their business respectively in whatever way they deem possible, and to treat it like a business rather than a hobby. Most people who are caught up in the whole pandemic issue realize rather quickly their love and hate for Airbnb with their refund policy. So each week we talk about news, information, and then we do all kinds of other great stuff. This week we want to share some news and information with you. I've got some travel industry updates for you. Weekly analysis by Tourism Economics shows a week-by-week outlook on travel spending in the U.S., including regional stuff. But here's the important key, is that national weekly travel spend grew by 7% to $4.6 billion last week. If you take a look at my screen, you'll see a small uptick at the very end of that graph. That is the 6th consecutive week of expansion in the travel industry since the start of the pandemic, but it is also still registering at 81% below last year's levels. So currently they're showing a $19.1 billion loss in the travel industry as a whole. Lots of states are different. Everybody, regional wise has different information. We'll post a link in the Facebook group so you can check out the full report. In addition to that, what made me sort of question this, and we've talked about this in the last few weeks, so to speak, is the ability for people to really move their property forward in sort of drive to destination locations, right? So the more they can do drive to, well, here's an update for you on the driving situation. Road travel continued to increase last week and was at its highest level since the week ending March 7th. So it was only 15.8% lower than it was right before the crisis back in February of 2020. And in comparison, when looking at the first week of April, just 2 months ago, road travel was 73% lower than February. So it is road travel and destination, drive to destinations are going to be a big deal. Road travel specifically over the last 7 days through Monday, June 8th was 9.4% higher than the previous 7 days. And people overall do believe that driving is a much safer way of getting around these days. So that's kind of the update that I wanted to mention from a news standpoint. If you agree, disagree, if you have questions, comments, feel free to post them in the chat. We do have our chat available on the right-hand side. Just as a reminder, we are recording this, and we're going to be, it'll be reposted on YouTube as well, just like we do every single week. So now we want to jump into some really exciting stuff that we're doing this week. If you didn't see it, you're about to find out. We are going to do some live listing reviews. That's right, live listing reviews. And so we had a number of people post in our Facebook group this week, the Vacation Rental Life Facebook group, that they would like to have their listing reviewed. And we said to them, hey, look, it's cool if you want it reviewed, but we're not going to review it unless you're on the call. And so I imagine a couple of people joined the call. Derek, who do we have that submitted their information that is also on the call?
So right now it looks like Linda, we can kick off with her. She posted her place in South Lake Tahoe, if I remember correctly here. Let me share.
Let me turn that on for you. Go ahead.
Share my screen. And Linda, feel free to unmute and uncamera yourself if at all appropriate, so we can have a conversation as we go through it.
Hi.
Welcome, Linda.
Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
Now, let me set the tone for everybody. Well, first of all, hopefully, Linda, is this your place?
It is.
Okay, great. So Derek is going to look at your listing from the owner-manager perspective, and I am going to look at your listing from the guest perspective. So Derek has taken a look at your listing, and I have not. So I'm going to give you sort of the guest perspective of what I feel and think about your listing. And by the way, the prerequisite for providing your link was that you were okay with feedback.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to have, any negative feedback or corrective feedback is appreciated. So
absolutely. All right, Derek, let's see the listing here.
Yeah.
I can see it. So share it.
Oh, I thought I had already done that. So
you did, and then you moved it. So
my it's trying to have it in a more convenient spot. So hold on one second here. Controls. This is the problem with having multiple screens. Then there we go. Now.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Lake Tahoe, California.
Yep. So yeah. So Linda, first off, I do like your first two images that you chose. I think that were very smart images. As far as my first inkling, I can tell kind of the story of the property by this one. The first image, where you can kind of see that it looks like you're not too close to any neighbors, which is part of the reason why someone might rent a place in Tahoe. And then choosing the second image here of the hot tub and the view and the sunset and all that. That's awesome storytelling and images. So I think those are two smart images to start off with. Switch up.
I love them. I think if I'm going to stay in a place like that, I want to see the fire pit like you have it, and I love the hot tub with the view. So that's great, and you've got the steam working. It also, the picture shows that it actually functions, which is a big deal when it comes to actually things in a listing.
Sure.
Okay, Derek, keep going.
Yep. Yeah. So now, do you still see? Because I switched.
There's a video there.
Yep. So video of the property. So that's kind of unique to not.
I love that table. So what that picture shows me, even though it's a video, I think your frame is perfect on that the starting frame of the video, because it shows me the decor right off the bat in the kitchen, which is where I spend a lot of time in a rental, especially in a winter rental indoors. So I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking through that, and then, good picture of the snowbank, that you can definitely play in the snow. Now, far as off of now, and this is not so much a critique, but it's at least what I personally style do for my imagery. I think playing off of what Matt shared as a guest, I tend to like to have my first few images be of kitchen and living room spaces versus going to the outside images first.
Yeah, and go back real quick, Derek, on the walkway. I'm not completely sure why we care much about the rockway. And the only thing, by the way, that I noticed was the banisters are like, there's a couple of nicks in them and stuff. And obviously ski boots and poles and whatever might go down this walkway. But I don't know if I really need to see that entrance per se. I don't know if that adds a lot of value.
That's a great suggestion. I should just pull that picture out.
Yeah, probably.
Or if you have it, I would say put it at the end, because I sometimes do see value in an image like that, to have it somewhere in the reel, so people, because the story that tells me is when I arrive at your property, this is what I'm looking for.
Sure.
So I think that there is some value for it, but have it thinking about the fact that, and Matt knows these stats better than I do given his web background, but I know that you only have so many seconds to catch people's attention, and they may not look at all the images. So the images that you do share, you want them to be the ones that are really going to sell your property.
Great point.
This place is killer. Is it available?
Thank you.
Oh, for real. I mean, like that staircase, I've never, look at that hearth. Wow.
Yeah, like this would be the next image, maybe, at least the one that I've seen thus far, that I would say, because it looks like your place is set up possibly for a larger group.
Oh, we'll see what it's set up for. Okay, go back, Derek.
Yep.
I just want to see that one.
This one? Or the
No.
next one?
Yeah.
Gotta love the lag.
So I think this could be better. I think what you're trying to show, is that Lake Tahoe?
Yeah, that's
So I think what you're trying to show here as a potential guest, I'm seeing, oh wow, I can see Lake Tahoe from the living room.
right. That is what I was trying to convey. You're right.
And but I think that picture could be upgraded.
Right. I need a better photographer to take that photo.
Did you take that with your cell phone?
I did.
Yeah. So I only know that because of the picture before it and the picture after it.
Right.
So I just think that that's a checklist item, right? For you to, next time you have photographer in there to take photos, you just upgrade that one,
Absolutely. Great advice.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, there's that same image from the.
That's from the video. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I really like your light,
light
Japanese lantern light things. That's really fun.
I like the overall light of the house, and the color contrast. Like the rug is red. I like that, and I see sunlight coming in, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
The decor is good too. So, wow, Jesus, I'll trade you. I'll give you my little condo.
In Hawaii or?
It's not in Hawaii yet, but I'll pick it up and move it there for this house.
Deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, great photos of the kitchen. So I'm not sure what that is. Is that a plate with prepared like forks and knives wrapped on it or something?
It's pastries.
Oh, pastries.
Should I have had it plain with nothing?
No.
Yeah.
No, so here's the thing. That's funny. Like, I mean, you're talking to a fat guy. I want to see the actual food. Like, and I understand everybody likes it certain clean and this and that. But I kind of want to see, I don't want it like cluttered or anything, but I want to see it almost like I would use it. So I think you could take a picture of it kind of clean with nothing on it. And then you could have a series of like hors d'oeuvre, like cheese and crudité platters or something around the counter, 2 or 3 of them or something, just to show. I mean, because you have 2 chairs here, but on the other side, I don't know exactly how many chairs are there or would fit there. But I definitely see this as a gathering spot, right? So
Yeah.
either people stand on this side or they sit, I don't know. But I don't think it needs a ton of improvement. I was just looking and like, oh, what's that? If that's pastries, I'm wondering why nobody ate them. Okay, moving on, Derek. Moving on.
No, overall, I agree on my opinion. Not just, I think having some stuff on the counters, and it could be something as simple as a colorful towel, or do notice that you put the flowers out, which is great. Having some pops of color in imagery to like grab your attention, because while I very much appreciate and know how expensive the wood paneling and the logs and all of the decor that you have in here is, the one downside is it comes across monochrome, and so having pops of color with either plates of food or towels, or anything like that can add some visual interest and just keep people's attention on the
other thing I want to add, Linda, too, is, I wrote a book on referrals, right? And I was the closing keynoter at VRMA this past year. And one of the points about getting referrals from anybody you deal with is surprise, right? So the more you surprise them, the more the memory will last, right? Mm-hmm. And so when I look at something like this, I say, oh, the photo was taken specifically to show the kitchen, the marble top, and also the tree legs, right? The supports.
Yeah.
Remember that you don't have to show all that detail in your house, because when they walk in, they're gonna be like, oh my God, look at the supports for that kitchen counter. That becomes a surprise effect. And the detail you put into your house will leave a lasting memory.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Okay, Derek, next up.
Yep. Oops, a little too quick on the draw there. Had a little delay, and that's a cool image. Now, my personal opinion is that while I definitely see what you're doing with both sets of flowers, I almost think the one on the table might not be necessary.
Okay.
I would try it without, in that the table is really cool. It's an art piece unto itself, I can tell. And I think the flowers on the table compete with the coolness of the table itself and the remarkable nature of the table.
Okay, that's good advice.
But it's one of those things that I know from shooting all the vacation rentals that I've been a part of, probably 100+ different photo shoots. Sometimes I think something like this, I try it, I look at it with the photographer through his camera lens, and like, actually it does need something, and maybe it's just a simple white plate, or something else in there, but or it could be that without anything, because I could tell that is a very cool table that you got there.
That's really good advice. I'll retake that picture.
Yeah.
And you are, what photo number is this?
15.
Of 50?
Of 50, yeah.
Oh, so you got room, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. So again, here's the thing. You have food out there. That table's set. It shows you can have 6 people, wine glasses. I don't think you need the previous photo.
Okay.
The only thing that I thought about in the other photo, and now I see in this, does the power go out a lot at your house?
No. Why do you say that?
Why you have so many candles?
I try to attract honeymooners and anniversary and romantic couples.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because they're all on the windowsill there, and I know the light is built that way. But yeah, okay, cool. And are they battery operated then?
They're remote control, yeah.
Oh, geez, everything's remote control candles?
Yes.
Geez, what are those truffles?
Right, let's strawberries.
Strawberries.
Let's keep going.
So,
is that a TV?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, it's something that we've talked about on other calls. If you want to, and I know VRBO wouldn't like me to say this, because I could tell this image was photoshopped on top of the TV. You can actually Photoshop your brand, your website, your phone number onto the TV, and most of the time VRBO does not catch that.
That's really great advice.
So
Good to know.
I've seen others do it. I couldn't ever recommend that, because I'm sure
Yeah.
Jeff over at HomeAway VRBO group would be happy to get mad at me about that. But
Yeah.
something I've seen others do.
Great to know.
Definitely could tell that the honeymooner type are good fit for you here.
Right.
But I just love the fact that I don't have to climb to the top to turn them on.
I hear you.
That's super cool, though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you build the house?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Lots of thought and detail put into this. Okay, go ahead, Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like, so I mean, definitely understand having 50 images, because you can. I don't know if this image tells me a lot, I guess, other than that these two images don't. And I do like these two images better.
Okay.
So if you have other images you want to throw in there, you know, that I would say, personal opinion, this one isn't as good of an image as the other two.
Great advice. I will take that one out.
Yeah, we have to always think about the inventory space of images, right? And how we're using them.
And this is my favorite, personally, of the three.
Access to the patio right there is fantastic.
Yeah. And the fact that I like the fact that you cropped in the TV, so you know that the TV is there, but it's not like jumping out in your face. You can see the lake, you can see the view, all the candles and candle holding spots that you put there.
Cool. So that one can go too, right? Get rid of that.
Is that the same one?
No, different.
So this is the same bedroom.
Yes.
The only thing
Same bedroom.
Yeah, the only thing that I get out of this informationally wise that the other two didn't have is that you have the ensuite bathroom.
Right.
But I do like the other images a lot better.
Well, and the door is open here. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that it's cloudy in this image compared to, I could tell it was taken on a different time and day.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably drop this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
God, such difficult decisions, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Look at this. I mean, yeah.
Bathroom image. Yeah.
That's incredible.
And, you know, if I love this image, so I don't want to tell you to take it again, but if you were having another photo shoot,
Yeah.
I'd think about maybe rolling up some towels or something.
Right.
On the counter here, and it could be just little hand towels too. If I can't tell from this image if that's not very much counter space, you know. So
no, we could definitely add towels. Great suggestion.
Or it looks like you have a shelf on the up above the.
Yes, I should have towels on there, shouldn't I?
Yeah, that might be it. Or your candles, you know, just something visually to. But yeah.
Well, is this the only picture? We'll find out real quick. This is a soaking tub. Is this the only picture of this bathroom?
Nope, there's more.
Okay,
wait,
that's what I was going for.
There's Jinsu knives.
This is exactly what I was going to suggest with the previous photo.
Yeah, especially with
the tub full, the rose petals.
And now this is a very subtle different thing, but personal opinion, if you're really going after the crowd that's on honeymoons, I would replace this with a bottle of Veuve.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Great suggestion. Why didn't I think of that?
You know, just especially given that this brand is Ménage à Trois, which, you know, for honeymooners, that I mean, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so funny, dude. Oh God,
that's very funny.
But you know, just to do a nicer level and drink it yourself when you're done. That's how you celebrate, you know, a successful photo shoot is to enjoy it afterwards. But
Right.
But yeah, just, you know, I like, especially on a nicer, higher level home, like I'm guessing your average guest may not buy their wine at 7-Eleven. Instead, they're bringing maybe some of their own or going to a higher end, you know, wine shop in the area to.
Right. Right.
So
Your cleaners do a good job.
yeah,
They do. They do.
I mean,
I
you
can
can
tell
see
that
right through that thing.
this is a tough image to take, for sure, because you got the light coming in from the window,
Right.
but
The
yeah,
alternative, the alternative option would be, I mean, there's some value to seeing the window on the other side, right, through the reflection. But if you didn't want it, you could just put up some blackout curtains on that just for the one take, you know. But
Right.
I don't think it's the end of the world. I think
Yeah.
it's fantastic. It means I'm going to be able to stand in the shower and look out these windows.
and not have anybody see you. You can tell
Right.
that, you know, you don't have a neighbor that's on top of you there.
Right.
Right. That's true.
Except when Derek walks out his patio door from his bedroom and walks over to where I'm taking a shower. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I can tell why you had this, but out of all the
Unnecessary,
images,
huh?
I don't
Yeah.
think you need that.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
That's the same shower, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
don't think you need that. Oh yeah, you got this. I don't think you need to show me the shower heads.
okay.
yep.
Yeah. Good advice.
You can say something in the comments, you know, in the captions. I realize not everyone reads them, but you know, if you want to tell the story of it, you could put it in the captions of the shower, say it's a dual shower head shower.
Right. Good point.
And again, to go back to Matt's point about the surprise factor, that could be a surprise factor. That's a pleasant surprise when they get there.
Right.
I don't think anybody's going to fault you for having more than one shower head.
Or
True.
one sunset view.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Whoa. Cool photo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And again, like, I mean, if you run out of photos, like I think this photo is cooler than the other photo.
So maybe
You
I
know,
can get rid of that one and just have one photo of the bedroom.
Yeah. But you know, if I'm not trying to eliminate
Keep them
photos,
there as long
there's
as you
nothing
have
wrong.
the space.
Yeah, if you have the space, but if you want to fill more photos with telling other things, you could do that.
Okay.
That works for me. You've got the washcloth right there, like he was talking about
Yep.
before. You got the roses in there. You got I see the toiletries that you're leaving out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I can see the shower in the background.
Yep. And just like, again, like if you're going to reshoot, though, you could put something on the shelf in the shower there, like a towel rolled up or something, just to grab your eye and make it more visually interesting.
Yes.
And then same here, I'd put the toiletries on this shot
Great idea.
if you're going to have it.
Good idea.
Cool.
Wow.
So Matt, when are we going to Tahoe?
I'm really happy we did this in exchange for like a barter for a stay.
Yeah, exactly.
This is an incredible place.
Do
I
that.
had no idea I was going to be seeing this today.
Yeah. And same note here as far as the toiletries and the, you know,
Yes.
put the shampoo and
On the
conditioner
shelf.
and stuff in there.
Okay, I'll do it.
That's the new style, by the way, the vertical tile. They take
Yeah.
the horizontal tile and move it vertical, and it's really cool done that way.
Yeah, waterfall effect is what my interior designer wife calls it. We did that in our bath. And again, like as far as the photos, I don't know if, I mean,
need that one,
this
huh?
does feature that a little bit, but I don't know.
Well, the other one, go back to. Oh no, we're back to the bedroom. Okay.
Yeah. So. I kind of think that I would almost like this one better, but because you're so close, I could tell that there's some, this image just ends up coming out weird because when you use a wide angle and you get so close to the subject, you start, straight lines end up curving a little bit, which is kind of what's going on here.
Do that, yeah.
And that's just due to the curvature of the lens. So I would say maybe remove this photo versus, but.
Huh.
Is this a separate like pantry bath that's different than the other baths?
It's just a half bath, yeah.
Half bath, yeah.
A fallen tree on a hike became a treasure in the powder room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now this image, I guess is this, no, this is not the same.
No, because it didn't have the steam.
Yeah, it doesn't have the steam.
I still like it.
Yeah.
The bubbles aren't running and stuff, but I still like it. Okay, there's someone in that photo.
Yeah, there's a creeper in the corner.
There's a creeper?
No, I'm just, I'm joking, but there's someone in the image in the,
Oh, really?
on the far right-hand side.
Really? I don't see them.
In a bathrobe.
Really? Oh,
What
my
is
God.
that?
I don't see it. Let me see. I've got this. Is
Next to the tree on your deck.
Oh, you're right. Isn't that funny? I never noticed.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the menage a trois wine was there.
That's amazing. So I'll dump that photo. Great.
Yeah.
Or crop it potentially.
Well, hold on. Before cropping it, is that another house in the view too?
No.
What is that blue thing back there?
Behind the hot tub.
Oh, that's the street. That's kind of.
Linda, do you have a neighbor up there?
No. You know what? It's actually quite a distance away.
Yeah. So I wouldn't crop this photo because regardless of what that is, it makes me feel like that's a neighbor that is close to the hot tub. So I would either lose the photo,
Yeah.
or Photoshop the tree.
Good suggestion. I have plenty of hot tub photos. I'll just.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this one much better.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Wow, you put that whole thing out there.
Right.
That's cool.
It's incredible.
And I kind of like this image more. If again, going back, both of them are cool photos, but the fact that you can see the blueness of the water and that against the green of the trees and the brown of the house and the rocks and all that, it really jumps out at my eye. It makes it interesting.
So I'll take the other ones out. Good.
Yeah, it's that
good to know.
contrast.
Great.
Yeah, crushing it there. Love that color.
Thank you.
Is that another house in the background?
It sure is.
It's across the street. Yes.
Doggone it, Linda. I thought you put this house in the middle of nowhere.
Well, it is Tahoe. There are neighbors around.
Yeah. So I guess I'm not as worried because I don't feel like the hot tub is close to that house. Whereas the other one, I was like, oh, is the hot tub close to that house? So this feels like it's pretty safe, you know?
It's a garage that's that
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
It's good. I mean, I'd sit out there all day, depending on the bugs. But yeah. All right. What's the next one, Derek?
All right.
We got another 10 just to get through in photos.
Yeah.
I'm confused by this. So where is this? This is dine al fresco among the pine trees on one of two private decks.
right.
So this is not part of what I just saw?
No, it's a different deck.
Okay.
Yep.
Too many deck pictures, huh?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Cool fire pit. I would.
What's with the lid?
You know what? I just saw that. This is the first I noticed that. The lid to the gas turn on and off is
Oh, that's
off.
where that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to retake that. Good. Good to
Yeah.
see.
And I
Well,
would.
you can crop this one, although then you've got the hole.
Yeah.
So,
And I would say to do maybe more with this image, with staging it with, a glass of scotch or wine, or having a kit for s'mores, especially given that my colleagues from Hershey, he probably likes the idea of
well,
s'mores kit, something like that, or I
yeah.
don't know.
Good idea.
Are you good with people doing s'mores down there?
Yeah. That'd be,
Okay. What's with the hammers?
I don't know what that is.
There's a hammer on the grass and there's a hammer on the rock here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why that was there.
So definitely that would be on your list to retake. I think this outdoor fire pit, this is one that we saw on the very first entry photo, right?
That's right.
And this is a place I feel like I would gravitate to outside personally,
Mhm.
with definitely like something to drink and this is where I think this is where people make memories.
Yeah.
So we want to make this photo memory worthwhile,
Right. Definitely stage it. That's such a great
Yeah,
idea.
stage it and maybe take it at sunset.
Okay.
Yeah, try a different couple different times and angles
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I really loved the photo when we came in. It was sort of a higher up photo, kind of slightly looking down on it. This is really up close. Probably too close, Linda. I can see the gaps between the pavers and the rock, and
Right.
and I can see some of the scratches in the rocks, which I don't think I need to be that close, but I love the flame. However you got that flame to work, I absolutely love how high that is.
Okay.
I would definitely want to feel like I'm Tom Hanks and I've created fire.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that. This shows me you thought a lot about safety.
Right.
And this is one where I would say to go ahead and pay for the Twilight shoot of your property,
Yeah.
which normally is more expensive, because I definitely agree. I like the fact that you have this lit, but I also know from the power of seeing lots of other professional photography, real estate photography, a well done nighttime shot of a well lit house sells. Like it's something, because it's something that's differentiating factor. Most people do not. It's one thing to pay for a professional photo shoot of your property. It's a whole nother level to do a twilight shoot or an evening shot, because normally you have to pay more for that unless you have a friend that wants to, like you said, do a trade and spend the night and and take the shot for you or what have you. But I love the fact that you've done the lighting plan for it, and know that that's important, because it's, when you're up in Tahoe, when it's dark, it's dark.
It's so dark. Yeah. That's true. I need to do that. That's really good advice. I'll definitely do a photo shoot and do one at dusk.
Yeah. And because you can do one, you can get the shot from you can get some of your view shots that are going to be awesome at sunset. You can get the fire pit, then you can finish up the photo shoot with this one of the lighting of the walkway and such.
Right. I'll do it.
What would you say as he moves to the next one? What would you say is the number one attribute of your house?
The hot tub.
Really? That's what everybody talks about, huh?
Yeah.
They use it at night?
They do. They use it at sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure you get that Twilight shoot that includes a number of different angles of the hot tub.
Right.
And Yeah, if they're using it at night, sunset, you want the sunsets with the hot tub. That's powerful. Because
Okay.
if that's what they're telling you they're using it for, then that's what we want to sell them on as they're coming into it, the listing.
Right. Great suggestion.
What am I looking at? Oh, Google Home Max.
Yeah, Google Home. I would say to maybe, I mean, you have 50 photos. We've already cut some. I would say to maybe incorporate this in another photo where you're also telling some other part of the story.
Okay.
That's my, because it just the quality of this photo compared to a lot of your other ones, it doesn't match. And so being able to take one of your other photos, including that, maybe even this one where you have the coffee, you got your coffee station, and then you can have the Google Home next to it or something. I don't know.
Good idea. Yeah.
Just as a tip, I see that you have the coffee filters here. You know that this model of Cuisinart, you can for $5.99 have a permanent gold filter and never have to buy or run out. More importantly, run out of coffee filters.
Yes, and I bought a few of them, and people keep throwing them away. I guess with the coffee. So
Okay.
that's it.
Wow.
That's been an issue. So I have both.
Yeah, I've had that happen for sure. I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen, but I don't have it happen often. And maybe that's some benefit of just to share that, if you've been frustrated with it, I wouldn't give up. Maybe you ran into some bad guests, but I have them in every single one of my rentals, this exact Costco
Oh,
brand,
really?
if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
I'll get a couple more. And
Yeah, and I normally I do buy the multi-packs of the gold filters so that when it does happen, we have backups. But
Linda, what's your average rental rate?
$4.99 a night.
And you're worried about a $5 coffee filter?
Oh, I'm not worried. It just seemed like
I know. You know what I've been telling everybody lately? Cost of doing business.
yeah, it doesn't bother me. It was just that I didn't want people not to have coffee filters. So
Yeah.
So what I would do is put those paper filters up in the cabinet, and then the other thing is I think we know about that coffee filter, but I don't think they know.
yeah, so
That's the other
something
issue is how do you train the guest on?
I label them. I no filter, like I put a label, use my little handy dandy label maker, and I label that. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe you can label it on the top. Okay, let's go to
Yeah.
the next one. We're gonna run out of
I
time.
was just turning to look because I have that exact model here, and to see if the one I have here was labeled, but it wasn't because it's in my own home. But so central AC.
That looks like
That could be edited possibly,
it's
or
completely edited, right?
Yeah.
the thing is that there's not any central AC virtually in any unit in Tahoe or home in Tahoe. So I'm trying to highlight that it's really necessary to have, because we do have 85, 92 degree days. So I was trying to figure out a way to highlight that. But if you have a better idea, I'm all ears.
Well, one way, instead of taking a picture of this, you take a picture of the heated toilet seat. No,
Yeah.
The toilet.
you take a picture of the outdoor condensing unit. That's one
Yeah.
thing you could do, but I see what this is probably better.
I would say maybe when you do this, rather than have central AC up here on the screen, maybe put it down below on the white part on the bottom.
Okay.
It just might make it look a little better. I don't know.
Okay, I'll do it.
Well, don't forget too, you can use a tool like Canva and combine a couple pictures into a single picture, so you could have central AC, heated toilet seat. Apparently, that's what's coming next.
Yeah, that might be a good way to do it.
Okay.
Like to
Today.
Yeah, two pictures in one. So you didn't. So I could tell you weren't worried about the toilet paper shortage because you had
That's right.
You funny, man. You funny. Okay.
What's Canva? It's called.
It's canva.com. You can use it
Yeah.
for free to design graphics.
Great.
Yep.
Thank
Canva might be how we got this listing review thing above Matt and I's shoulder. Just,
you. Oh.
just
Yeah.
possibility.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, so
Trying to showcase how pretty it is.
Well,
I
it's a
mean,
winter photo.
yeah, winter photo. If I was going to do this, maybe doing one where you have cleared off the rocks in the fire pit, or doing it with the fire lit, because I
Why?
think that would tell a little bit
Do they
more.
use it in the winter?
Not really, but I
No?
could certainly light it. It's
That sounds like
usually
something I might do, but I guess when the snow is out in South Lake Tahoe, it might be too cold to even enjoy a fire.
yeah, and it's usually buried.
Gotcha.
Yeah, dude, this was like September 15th. It snowed at our place. And
Yeah.
oh, yeah. So, okay. So I love the shot angle. I love the light coming off the house. I
Yeah.
hate the fact that I've got to go up 3 or more steps to
Right.
get there.
But
Because originally I didn't really see that, but I started to piece it all together eventually. I just think the way that I think the angle of that is,
Makes it look like work, huh?
yeah.
Well-
But I mean, I'm just coming at it from my perspective. I'm a big fat guy, right? So like I'm like 375
I mean-
pounds. So like, you know, long walks at the beach are not my thing. You know?
Right. I hear you.
You'd rather go in an ATV versus
Yeah, exactly.
long walk
Get
on the
in and
beach like
drive.
this.
Yeah. So like,
So I hear Matt's point on my property management hat. I appreciate it for truth in advertising, because
Right.
I don't want to have a guest have issues with steps, and I think that there is value to having people know that
truth
they
there,
have to
bro.
negotiate a few
Definitely
steps.
truth there. And here's the thing too, like, so when I talked earlier about surprises, we don't want the bad surprises.
Right.
Right. So if you get there and you're like, oh, are you kidding me? There's 5 steps I got to go up to get, I'll lug all my stuff into this house. I get frustrated. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But we do know that there's steps at this house because we saw the photo very early on that we can see in here too, which is the staircase.
The staircase, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's move ahead.
A
What is
bear.
that?
It's a bear outside of the bathroom.
So you could have someone peering in the windows.
Good. We are in the bear neighborhood.
Yeah,
Incredible.
that's cool.
You should leave that all the time there. Yeah.
He's so sweet. They don't hurt people.
Is that a brown bear?
Yeah.
Grizzly?
It's a brown bear.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. Whoa.
And the sunset for the grand finale.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move off the photos and actually look at the listing now, please.
Yep.
Now that we're 45 minutes into this.
All right. 7 blocks to Heavenly, ski lift, lake view, luxury 3-bedroom, 4-bath, hot tub. Lodge.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Whew.
So when I asked you what's the number 1 thing, you said the hot tub,
Right.
but you lead with 7 blocks to the lift.
Yes.
So talk to me about the trade-off of the ski. Like, is everybody that pretty much stays with you? What percentage of people stay with you ski?
In the wintertime, 100%.
Okay. Yeah.
So I
Go
would
ahead.
say let's think about the order of operations. Maybe it's 7 blocks to Heavenly. I don't know if I need ski lift in there, because if I'm a skier, I would probably automatically think that. I don't know. And then maybe put Lakeview hot tub luxury 3-bedroom 4-bath log home. Moving the hot tub up into, if that's one of your top features, I think Lakeview is a top feature too.
Right.
So I wouldn't
So
say
should-
that.
I would argue it should read hot tub log home, 7 blocks to heavenly ski lift.
Okay. Hot
Let the
tub.
lake view. Well, so I think lake view is important. So I think I would make it hot tub log home, 7 blocks to heavenly ski lift with lake view.
Okay.
So the W/Lakeview.
Yep.
And then you could drop luxury to Lux if you needed to. Because I don't think people search for the word luxury, but they might like the word luxury or something. It depends on the number of characters you have there. Derek, what's the rule? Do you know?
I don't remember because that's been changing recently.
Oh, okay. All right.
They've extended that a little bit. Might be 120 characters now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got the air conditioning listed, the hot tub, instant confirmation, premier partner, air conditioning, no smoking, internet, Wi-Fi. I don't see that on there.
Is that on
Yeah.
there?
It says internet, but it doesn't say Wi-Fi.
Oh, it should. I better
Yeah.
fix that.
Now, I noticed you said the Enchanted Treehouse. Is that something like, are people able to book this property anywhere except on VRBO? Do you have your own website? And
I do. Yes.
okay. So now this kind of flies in the face of what Matt just talked about, but another way to try, and maybe this is an A/B test that you do. If your end goal is to try and get people direct, putting the Enchanted Treehouse in your title is going to help you siphon off more direct bookings from VRBO.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, that's great to know.
Because they know it's a name, they'll start to Google.
Yeah.
Experienced users will Google it.
Right. Okay.
But that is using characters of your title. So, I mean, it's something to think about. But, thinking back to the Enchanted Treehouse, if you have a logo designed and everything, I'd put that into Canva and slap that onto those TVs for some of those images. And then that'll give somebody another way to book direct with you.
Right. Great advice.
Yeah. That's the way.
You have outdoor speakers, by the way? I meant to ask you that.
No, I don't.
But they could take the Google Home battery, or has to be plugged in?
There's a plug outside, so they could take
Okay.
that anywhere outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be, not that you need it, but I think that would be a killer upgrade.
Right.
Putting outdoor speakers that will connect to that system so they can say, hey, play my song thing or play romantic music. And it starts to play through the outdoor speakers. Plus it allows you to have music playing out by the fire pit if you extended it out there too.
Right. Good idea.
And again, you'd have to get the outdoor weather ones, but maybe that's a long-term thing. I will say this, you have TVs in the bedrooms, and
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
I actually won't book a place without a TV in the bedroom. I sleep with the TV on.
Thank you, Matt. I need to record you for some of my owners that resist that.
No, I just don't. That's my white noise, and it's just what I've always done. So I booked a Airbnb with some friends for a business trip, and I ended up getting a bedroom that none of the bedrooms had TVs in them, and it drove me crazy. I couldn't even sleep. So
Right.
I think that's good.
Yeah. I agree. When I talk to owners about that in their design phase, I tell them, how many hotel rooms have you ever booked that didn't have a TV in it?
Right. That's true.
It's something that people often overlook. And I think for a certain property, escapism property maybe, or if it's 100% catered to a honeymoon crowd. Maybe they don't care about a TV, but a lot of demographics want a TV in the bedroom, because this is their chance to unplug and watch those shows that they never get time to watch when they're at home working. So
Your Wi-Fi is complimentary. I'm glad that that's the case. You can remove that word.
Oh, you're right. Good point.
It's not if it's not complimentary, people aren't staying. And if you have good bandwidth, so if you have like a gigabyte, or if you have the higher package or something, then you might want to list it. If not, then just keep it as Wi-Fi.
That's great advice. I do have the highest level, so
Yeah.
I will change that.
Yeah,
And that's-
find out what the upload download is and list it. You know?
yeah, like I've even seen, like when we're talking about the combined camera image, if you wanted a third option into that image, you could do a screenshot of a speedtest.net test of how
Right.
fast your Wi-Fi is, and have that
Yeah.
in that photo collage of those features, because that would be
Great.
something.
Great idea.
What's the VHRP?
Oh,
Is that
that's the
license number.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That I like the fact that you're showing that, because there's a lot of people that aren't licensed. So
Well, and yeah, probably have to for jurisdiction, I imagine.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean,
that's a killer listing. Can you just click on the reviews, please? You got 80. Are they
Uh,
5-star reviews?
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, so I already see a problem.
Oh, good. What's that?
You do not reply to every review.
That's true.
So my girlfriend Lisa will not stay at a property if the owner does not reply to every review. And the reason is, we don't care what the review is. It could be the worst review in the world from the guest. The fact that the owner replies to take time shows us that they're committed to it, they're responsive, and that they communicate. And even if it's a 3-star, what we're likely going to see is some sort of apology, and that the owner communicated in advance with the person, and they still gave them a 3 or 4, 2-star.
Mm-hmm.
But like we see this right here, son's graduation present. I would, as an owner, I would reply, that's so happy that you enjoyed your, congratulations on your college graduation. We wish you best success in life, stuff like that. It shows that you're super involved and interactive with the listing and the
I always reply personally to them about their reviews, and I should do it publicly. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, because we don't see them.
Yeah.
The only other thing is, remind me if this is possible, Derek. Picture reviews from guests.
I don't believe VRBO does that right now. Yeah, I don't think they do. And I don't think any platforms other than,
Okay, so this is where this comes in for your
those types of
website,
things.
Linda.
Mm-hmm.
If you can figure out a way to get your guest post experience to send you any photos that they took at sunset around the hot tub,
Yeah.
those would be valuable for social media for you and for your website, because you're telling me that they're booking for the hot tub and the sunset. And we want to capture as much of that as feasibly possible without you having to take every one of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so how you message that?
You can even have an annual contest.
Oh yeah, you could do that. But I think it's as simple as saying, hey, when you talk to the guest, by the way, one of the things we constantly hear about is the sunset, at dusk, right around, people kind of hanging out at the hot tub. If you happen to catch any great pictures, feel free to send them to us. We'd love to share them on our social media site and tag you guys.
Great suggestion.
And then you get them. Now they're yours,
Right.
So.
That's really good advice.
Yeah.
What a fun idea.
Well, Matt, it looks like
Linda, you're killing it. What's the booking calendar look like? There's 2 nights we can go.
It looks like we have to go July 19th.
Yeah, you've got some time there in July.
That's only because there's a 3-day cleaning window nowadays.
No, it's bookable.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, it's bookable. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Come on up. You're welcome.
How long have you had it?
Since 2015. So 5
Great.
years.
Do you
Wow.
do you have? It sounded like you're on your way to independence, and you have your own direct website. Do you have an email list yet?
I don't, and well, you know what I do, and I have not used it. It's something I'd love to pursue putting together.
Yeah, it's not hard, and it is one of those things. It's momentum. It's a momentum game for sure. You know, you're not going to get a ton initially, and mind you, I have a robust email list from being in business for quite some time, but I booked $400,000 last year just off of my email list.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm not doing a ton. It's just every week sending them information about something to do in Seattle, and a picture of a property and a Matterport of a property and that type of stuff. Like, it's nothing super crazy, but it works over time. Like, in those numbers, is one of those things. The first year I did it, maybe I got $25,000 in bookings because I have, a good amount of portfolio. So, I mean, that's part of why that number is so large, but it's one of those things that just builds on itself and builds and builds. And, and then, it's one of those things too. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy where you start getting more website traffic and Google notices that and likes that. And, you might start seeing more increases in your rankings, and, and it can be something that's multiple faceted too, where if you have a website, do you have a blog, and do you blog? So a good excuse to email your guests are a new blog post. So you post a link to your blog, and that gets you writing in your blog, which Google will like because you're updating your website. And then separately, you're sending that information out to your guests so they actually read it, and gives you an excuse to touch them and reach out and tell them that you're thinking about them. So, those are
great. Can I hire you to teach me how to do all that?
What's that?
So yes, you can. Yes.
Oh, great. You're hired.
Yeah. I used to own a web company for 16 years before I sold it. And I was the number 3 partner in the country for constant contact email marketing.
Oh my God.
Between Derek and I, yeah, that is available. I was looking for your website, but I did not find it. I found
it's actually aavacationdeals.com.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they can't, you can't have it on the website. So
no, I was Googling her.
Oh, okay.
If you Google Enchanted Treehouse Lake Tahoe, it'll come up.
I did, and you have to put the came up, but the problem was it comes up with AA, so I didn't know it was you.
Yes, and I see that's the advice I could really.
Is that the management company?
No, it's my website.
Oh, so you have 2 properties?
Pardon me?
You have 2 properties?
No, well, I do have a second property that I manage in Maine, but it's not my property.
Oh, got ya. Okay, that's why I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we could talk about this too. Yeah.
Yep. I do.
Great web makers. All right. So, I mean, you're killing it on the listing though, for sure. So.
Well, I definitely need help on
this is the listing right here, Derek. This one, vacationrentaltahoe.com. If you click that, you're gonna get a Google error. No, the next one.
This one.
Yeah, click that one. You're gonna get a Google error there. Well, you're on Bing, so it's not secure. So we got to fix that, and then just click details. I think details will. And then go there. So you got a certificate error, and then it forwards over to the AA there.
Okay.
So, all righty. No,
Okay, yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you so much. That was so helpful. I really enjoyed hearing all your great advice. I'm going to put it all into action.
Cool.
awesome. Well,
Yeah. So hopefully everybody else got some value out of watching what we were doing and saw. Derek, can you stop the sharing there?
yep.
There we go. And got some value out of it. Maybe you can take some ideas back for your listing. We're going to continue to do these listing reviews each and every week, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Again, if you want to watch any portion or part of this video, it'll be up on YouTube come 24 hours, and we'll post a link inside the group. Make sure you join us in the Vacation Rental Life group. Yeah, we'd love to see you back here next week. We do it at 8 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday night. We talk about some news, some information, and do some listing reviews. Now we started adding that this week. And last week we had like 12 people on here or something, huh, Derek? I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that. So I guess everyone would, find it interesting that Linda posted her, and she was brave and showed up. Not everyone who posted their link were brave enough to show up. So
Big mistake.
kudos to Linda.
Big mistake.
I know, right? You get the benefit of the very
Amazing.
first.
Yeah.
You got the very first virgin listing review.
Wow.
And you had the right wine for it too, apparently. All right, everybody. We'll see you in the group. And make sure you keep the chatter going. You ask the questions. If you have questions about your listing, feel free to post it in the group. Questions should be about that, not about, hey, do you want to rent my listing? Because that's not what the group's all about. We're about building a vacation rental life that you wanted when you first got into this business. That's why I show the ATV, because that's my ATV in Idaho. My friend drove it. I was the smart one. I flew out. Derek's got golf and Hawaii combined in his background. So whatever vacation rental life means to you, we'd love to see you guys pull those photos up and create backgrounds for yourself so that next week when you come on the show, you'll have your own virtual background.
Your own vacation rental life.
There you go.
And now you know to make it on Canva.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll see you next week, guys. Take care. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.